Hi, and welcome to the November edition of Kentucky Farm Bureau Reports. Make sure you visit one of Kentucky Farm Bureau's certified roadside markets, like Just Piddlin' Pumpkin Patch in Woodburn, Kentucky. They'll be featured in a future episode of Bluegrass and Backroads.
This is an apple gourd, and so a lot of times you can let this dry out. You can paint it red. Back whenever we first moved to this area back in 1995, we started farming, and we had our house in 42 acres, and we raised tobacco for a couple years, and then we decided we'd start raising some pumpkins. And so we started raising pumpkins, selling pumpkins out in front of our house, and then it just kept expanding and expanding. And then finally in 2007, we bought this property. We just thought this barn was a perfect location to do an agritourism event and raise more pumpkins and offer more things for kids to do and make it more of a family type atmosphere.
Well, we have two girls that are currently 15 and 8, and even when our oldest daughter was little when we started, we both grew up on a farm and appreciated all of the hard work and all of the bounty that it provides, and we really didn't want to lose that on our children, even though at the time when we first married, we weren't living on a large-scale farm. So our kids have learned a lot through the experience. They're highly involved. They talk to other kids. They work here, as they'll tell you. And we just think that that's important, that kids understand that the farms may be disappearing around every corner, but they need to understand the importance of what they do provide to the community.
When we first started, we were just kind of piddling. We had, and that's, we kind of kidded around because we've got honeybees. We're raising alfalfa hay at the time. We started raising pumpkins, and so we were just dibbling and dabbling in different things. And
plus, we both have full-time jobs outside of this, so but it's become just piddling kind of as a joke, but it's memorable and people like it, so it's been kind of fun.
Ready? Then it says main ingredient in bread, and then you'll write wheat.
Recently, the Fayette County Farm Bureau held its annual Legislative Appreciation Dinner at the E.S. Good Barn on the campus of the University of Kentucky.
We try to be proactive on issues instead of reactive, and if we have a relationship with these elected officials, it makes everybody's job easier. So tonight is just a night to say thank you, enjoy a good Kentucky Proud meal, and we've had a good turnout, so we're excited to have everybody here tonight.
These meetings give Farm Bureau members a chance to talk face-to-face with local, state, and national elected leaders, while also thanking them for their support of agriculture.
The more face time you have with your constituents, and particularly those in the farm community, you start to develop relationships. And so when we're in Frankfort, sometimes they're in heated budget battles or trying to wade our way through murky waters, it's important to be able to think back, hey, I met this person at the Legislative Appreciation Dinner, and I remember they had an issue that they felt very strongly about. You know, Kentucky Farm Bureau continues to be the voice of Kentucky agriculture, and as a legislator, I always look forward to hearing what they have to say.
Henry County Farm Bureau gave a big thank you during its Member Appreciation Day.
We've been doing this for several years to kind of show our members and as we call them, customers of Farm Bureau Insurance, that we appreciate their business and we appreciate their membership, and thus we're giving a little bit back to them in having a meal here of hot dogs, hamburgers, baked beans, potato salad, and the trimmings and all, and we kind of hope maybe they might bring some that are not Farm Bureau members, and therefore show them what we do and get them more interested.
Kentucky Farm Bureau policy comes from the grassroots through several avenues. Most policy originates from County Farm Bureau annual meetings, but another source is through advisory committees. These meetings are held between August and November to assess the condition of their respective areas. These committees deal with topics ranging from all the farm commodities common in Kentucky to issues of importance in rural areas such as education, transportation, and healthcare. The Leadership Enhancement for Agriculture Development, or LEAD group, came together last month in Murray, Kentucky. The 2-year program gives young people an opportunity to learn valuable lessons on teamwork and leadership.
If it doesn't rain.
Federation employees got their chance to learn more about day-to-day farming and work as a team at this year's Employee Institute. They first traveled to a farm and business in Shelby County, then later to the Sawyer Hayes Community Center at EP Tom Sawyer Park. Now here's Dwight Greenwell with a member benefit update.
One of our more valuable member benefits, in my opinion, is our identity theft restoration program. In the past couple of years, we have had several members who have taken advantage of this program, and fortunately, because they were a Farm Bureau member, it was at no cost to them.
It made us able to sleep good at night, to know that this was being handled. It is the best $25 that a person could ever spend to be a member of Farm Bureau and to get a benefit like that, to where that it protects you. One of the best selling points for Farm Bureau that you could ever have. I would tell anybody that, you know, if you never have anything, you know, there's other benefits, of course, but if you never had anything else that you ever wanted to have, the peace of mind that you can get from this, it is the best insurance policy you could ever have.
More than 80 Kentucky and Indiana FFA members gathered in Louisville to plant mums less than a month before the return of the National FFA Convention.
This is a huge transition for National FFA, but also for Louisville. We're excited to come back to a city where we've hosted the National FFA Convention and Expo in the past, but Louisville has continued to grow and change, and so it's so exciting to get to explore some of the new amenities and some of the new sites that are here in Louisville, like the Rivertown Park, like being able to come to the Muhammad Ali Museum and getting to experience that. So it's really being able to come back to a place that we can call home, but getting to see some new sites while we're here.
The 86th Annual Convention will bring more than 56,000 students and advisors to Louisville. The convention will run from October 30th to November 2nd. And now for your calendar of coming events. Kentucky Farm Bureau Federation's 90th Annual Meeting is December 4th through the 7th. American Farm Bureau's 95th Annual Convention is January 12th through the 15th in San Antonio, Texas. And the Kentucky Farm Bureau Congressional Tour is February 23rd through the 27th. Well, that's it for this month's Kentucky Farm Bureau Reports. We'll see you next time.